Welcome back to Metroid Zero Mission. The ship is a full restore. Health
ship-
and ammo.
This ship is
It also is a
bananas.
save spot.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Do you think that Metroid and Batman have the same designer for their ships?
No.
No.
I mean, you can make the argument that Metroid's ship looks like a repaint of the Batwing.
No.
And now
Yes, I
we're
can.
finally going
I'm
to
making the
explore
argument.
Norfar for real. Not just make a quick little visit to
You can
it and get a power up.
Also, you
This
can
looks
make
nothing. This looks nothing like the Smash stage.
right. You can make the argument. But it's stupid. It's a stupid argument.
It's an argument nonetheless, which I can make.
But it's still
Because
stupid. It's still a
this
stupid
the internet,
one.
and I've got free speech, and you cannot take that away from me.
Just casually removing Edgy's commentary for this episode.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, you don't have that power. The only one who has the power to take my opinion or to take my free speech away
It's Ben.
is Ben.
Yep.
Because for whatever reason, we're doing this in his server. Link down below.
Wow.
Hey, look. I kind of feel like we don't advertise the server enough.
Not that part. Not that part. What led into that?
It's like it. Look, it's the central nervous system of the channel. That's basic, essentially. It's
But
gone
now
to
we
that
can finally
point,
get
really.
this missile tank, and we have 40 40 missiles.
How many people?
40
do you
missile
think,
tanks. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
lot.
How do you
That's a
think?
lot
How
of
many
tanks.
people do you think tried the missile bound? The missile? No, not the missile. The bomb bounds. Not realizing they would get a upgrade that could allow them to get it later on.
I mean, if you,
I would not-
I mean, like a.
I would not be surprised if people thought they had to bomb bounce for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They had to time their jumps correctly.
Yeah.
Well, if they had to time their bombs correctly.
Yeah. Their bombs and their bums.
Yeah, but it's not
I mean,
really
some
a
is
bad jump anyway, and it's also just like 5 minutes before you can actually legit grab it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better late than never, as I always say.
Yeah.
As for the butt bouncing part, I mean, looking at Samus's power suit right now, I don't think it highlights it too well.
Yeah.
That's
and
what we have the Zero suit for.
Yep.
Yeah, and besides, that's more Pac-Man's move anyway, not Samus's.
Yeah. Also, you, viewer, stop face palming. I waited for the second part to loot Samus. That's a new record for me. You should be proud of me instead.
And now we have the ice beam. It
And
does,
now, yeah.
it doesn't
shoots-
add any tack. Well, it does add a little bit of attack damage, but it's mostly just to freeze enemies.
Is the ice beam? Is it cookie dough?
No.
Is it chocolate fudge brownie?
No.
Oh.
I also wanted to show
It's-
off that you can't break those. Those are super missile doors.
Right.
Basically, there is no, if I remember correctly, there's no real reason to come back here with the super missiles. So why is that just the super missile door?
It's
I
probably
guess
just to push you in
shortcut?
that.
True.
It's probably just to push you in that direction.
True.
Also shortcut.
True.
Part of me does find it interesting how in this game your weapon upgrades double as key cards, basically.
It's actually just missiles and super missile. Well, missiles, super missiles, and power bomb.
Right.
But in Prime, they simplify that with just missiles. And well, actually,
Also-
they're way more key cardy in Prime. They're way more key cardy
Also-
in Prime because you need because they actually hide doors behind the other beams.
Also in
Yeah.
Prime, to activate super missiles, you have to hold down A and then press Y to, you know,
Basically, basically, it's a charge shot for the
And then-
normal missile
and-
for the
yeah, you
for
press-
your norm for the
Yeah.
missiles. Which
Yeah,
honestly,
you
I
press
kind of
Y.
like that. I kind of like that.
you press Y while you're still while the charge beam is still charging.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got Metroid Prime a little bit, got it a little slack. It's an early GameCube title. They didn't know how to.
We're not.
No,
we're
I
not.
like it.
We're just. I like it a lot.
Because, like,
Okay.
especially considering you have other power-ups for the other missile types, beam types.
From what I understand, Prime 1 is the only one that has, like, the super missile variant for each beam.
Yep. And it's also me
Nice
realizing I
transition.
missed the thing. Yeah.
You just walked right past it. No, wait, no you didn't.
No, I didn't. Oh, the upgrade. Yeah, I walked right past it.
I was gonna say, like...
No, because you'll see where it is, and it's like, yeah, no, I did walk right past it.
Oops. And it's like, oops.
Hey, it's okay. Like Ben said, it's not a 100% playthrough.
Now, do you prefer the Norfar theme in this game, or do you prefer the one in Super and Prime?
Super
And
and
it's
Prime.
not-
Super and Prime.
Also in Prime, it's not even Norfar. It's it's Magmor Caverns.
It's still the same song.
Yeah, but it's not Zebes.
Yeah.
It's same different.
Yeah. It's the same song, but it's different areas.
Different planet entirely.
It's
Yeah.
like how we have different versions of Green Hill Zone in Sonic Generations. One for past, one for future.
Yeah,
But it's
so
still
it's
literally the
still-
same
it's-
song.
It's still Green Hill Zone.
Yeah, it's still Green Hill Zone. So
And you're gonna need to do more than just change the instrument and tempo to call it something. To truly be able to call it something different.
okay, Sunset Hill
I mean-
then. Sunset
I mean-
Hill to Green Hill Zone.
it's just so change the name from Green Hill to
Sunset
Hill.
Hill. No, Sunset Hill.
Oh, okay.
Saves are done between episodes.
All right.
With the exception
could,
of
could
with
you
the,
save at the at Samus's ship?
Yeah. Yeah, the ship can.
Okay, so-
like I said, the ship is a save spot that also that's also a full restore.
That probably explains why
and
this
the-
part started out
and-
with the ship.
and an ammo refill at the same time.
Yeah, like I said, full restore.
Hmm.
It
With the
always,
exception of like the first episode where you saved in between.
yeah,
them.
yeah, but I didn't run into any issues. I don't run into any issues with this playthrough.
So
I'll take.
I noticed.
I'll take your word for it.
So I noticed on the map screen it had a sleep button. I don't think the GBA had a dedicated one. So does that just like
What's the GBA sleep mode?
disable the screen and
Yeah, puts it to sleep mode.
okay? So it's not a system-wide feature. It's kind of the same as
It depends on
Smash
the game.
Ultimate having the
Yeah, it depends on
Yeah.
the game. Which it's not really used that much. Like, I believe, if my memory serves me, it's these games. Golden Sun has a sleep mode option.
I think Link to the Past remake does.
Yeah, I think that too.
Yeah. I don't think that Mario Advance had it.
Yeah, I
No.
don't think any of those games had it.
No,
I
I've
could-
actually I've actually
could-
recently been trying out the GBA version of Mario World, and while I can definitely understand the problems that people have with it, there's one thing I will give it credit for. It gives you a concrete list of like stages you have and haven't done, and if you got like all the dragon tokens, if you care about that stuff.
Which
I really like
GBA
how
makes
it
you
sho-
actually do those.
Yeah, but I do really like how it shows you if you haven't gotten a certain exit yet, at a stage. Like if I play Mario World again, I will still play the SNES version. But I kind of want to just copy the list from the GBA version just because it's the same game. They haven't added any stuff. They just force Luigi on you at all times.
The only one of those that I would prefer playing the GBA version over the original is 3.
Yeah, because on the Wii U version and the Switch version, it has like the
e-reader
e-reader
cards.
levels
Yeah.
included,
Yeah.
right?
At least I think
Yeah.
the NSO version does do that same thing too. I know the Wii U does that. I can't remember if NSO does that.
It probably does, but
Let's
I
actually look that up.
wouldn't be too sure about it. Unfortunately, on the Wii U, the only Mario Advance game, I think the only GBA game I own in. No, wait, no, I got the Fire Emblem games on there as well. No, but the only Mario Advance games that I own on the Wii U is Yoshi's Island, because it was at the time when the SNES version wasn't available on Wii U yet.
Yeah, the NSO version does have the e-reader save.
All right, are they any good, or is it just there's extra content?
I've never actually done those stages yet, but it's essentially just extra content type thing, but honestly, it's kind of a bit lost content if you kind of think about it.
And it also includes like mechanics from other Mario games, right?
Yep.
Like
Yes,
there's a stage where you can pull out plants from the ground, like in Mario 2,
Yep.
USA.
Yep.
It's like lost media, essentially.
Essentially, yeah.
We vow to keep the brain rot out of this commentary.
So what the hell happened there? You just stood there for a long time.
That was me checking my thing.
Oh, okay.
And you
what
couldn't skip
thing?
past it?
I didn't realize how long that was. To be honest, I didn't realize how long that was.
Maybe you should put like a text on screen there saying no, your video did not freeze. To be fair, people probably wouldn't be thinking that because
we're still talking over
it.
So it's kind of unnecessary.
You could put like an arrow or something pointing at like the flashing center bit of the map just to signify that the footage has not been soft locked.
Yeah.
I only kept it in because I actually got that pretty shortly, to be honest.
Lucky.
I should try doing this with my like weird Switch controller that has a turbo feature on it. I kind of wonder what will happen.
Would work. I do not think that would work.
I mean, all you really do is just spam like morph ball bombs all the time.
I mean, weirder things have happened.
True.
You can plug. I mean, yeah, you can plug in a fishing rod controller
Welcome to
while you're playing. I mean, you can plug in a fishing rod controller in your PlayStation while you're playing Gex 2, and weird shit happens.
You can play the big story in Sonic Adventure with the Sega Bass Pro Fishing thing.
Yeah, but didn't that come out like after Sonic Adventure, like far after Sonic Adventure?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was like
Right.
it wasn't Sega Bass Fishing like 2 years into the Dreamcast life, so like 2000.
Maybe.
Or like, yeah, say 2
Although
years into
it is. A part of me also finds it kind of hilarious that Sega came out with Sega Bass Fishing, and a part of me kind of wondered if they advertised it saying all your bass are belong to us.
That
I doubt
no, it wasn't.
Missed opportunity.
It really wasn't as prevalent as it was like it wasn't as prevalent as it was back then. Actually, no, wait, what am I talking?
Although to be fair, this was probably a time when Sega tried to get people to forget it. I feel like
Also-
modern Sega would run with it.
Also, All Your Base or Belong to Us was like early 2000s, but not like exactly 2000. This was like 2002 Newgrounds or something.
Well, people still talked about
game
it when
wasn't. The game
when
wasn't.
Zeroing was new, right?
Yeah. Well,
I
no.
mean,
We
No.
basically were talking about that during 2000s.
Yeah, we as in
Right.
North America.
Well, memers.
And yeah. North American memers.
I miss that thing. I miss those canon things. I wish they would do those in more games.
Maybe in Prime 3, maybe in Prime 4. Who knows?
I mean,
Yeah,
you
they did
could
it
make
in Prime.
you could make the argument that it made its way over New Super Mario Brothers. Were they both done by EAD or like the good part of Nintendo?
Which ones?
Super Metroid, not Super Metroid. Metroid Zero Mission and New Super Mario Brothers.
I have no idea.
Right.
I mean, the actual like good developers of Nintendo that I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo shut down, which would be sad but
No.
expected.
No, Nintendo's not. Nintendo's not that stupid at times. That's Microsoft. That's Microsoft.
No, that's Ubisoft.
I mean,
Microsoft does it too. I mean, look at the
Ubisoft-
fact that we've had Arcane and Tango shut down.
Okay, let's be real.
Hold on. Tango did like actually come back though.
Because of Tennessee.
Arcane, on the other hand,
Yeah.
they're straight up dead because Microsoft made the biggest mistake of like in gaming history right there.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't buy
I
Microsoft
do
games
say this.
anymore.
I have
Except for me recently purchasing. And that's why I don't buy Microsoft games anymore. Except for me recently purchasing State of Decay 2 on Steam because it was €3. And if they were to bring a new car pack to Forza Horizon 5, I'd probably purchase it. But aside from that, you know, I'm no longer subscribed to Game Pass. And I try to keep that. How many times are we going to fight this worm?
No, this is a completely different
It's a different
This is
worm.
a completely different one.
Oh, it's a different worm.
Yeah.
Well,
This-
lovely.
This one survives an acid.
And also, this one doesn't have eyes.
No, this one does have eyes. That's what I'm shooting.
Okay, well, not like a human eye though.
Yeah.
Just like insect eye, really.
Right.
And
Okay, I
somehow,
thought-
for some reason, this one can't control lava.
Okay, for a second there, like, I thought you were somehow in one of those, like, in one of the staple Metroid features where you're suddenly in, like, an escape route, like, escaping the shit.
No.
Because that's just classic Metroid right there.
So, what are you supposed to do if you run out of missiles during a fight like this?
Missile
you
resist
fucked?
extra damage. And missile resist extra damage.
Okay, so you just
Yeah.
shoot it until it's down.
Yeah. Yeah,
Essentially.
missiles resist the damage buff.
Alright.
Looking up the damage tables, 'cause for some reason there is one for these games.
In a game that doesn't need accurate numbers like an RPG.
Yeah.
Which, if you're that dedicated to like calculate this shit, then more power to you. But
Yeah.
Would Metroid make for an interesting RPG? I'm kind of wondering right now.
Not really. Missiles are 20 damage.
Alright.
What and compared to my damage right now, I am at 3, but charge is 12.
All right.
Right. Yeah, that's something that we cannot like remember. Well, not to say that we can't remember. It's just that we don't give a fuck to remember.
Yeah.
Why do you?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I'd still rather have that than what a lot of modern games tend to do nowadays, where they just make numbers come out of your enemies when you hit them.
So, like an RPG.
Yeah.
Well, not even that. It happens in a lot of action games too. I think that I'm trying to think. I don't think it was Borderlands that did that?
Yeah, Borderlands
sound
has
like it.
damage charts in Game of
Yeah.
Thrones.
It definitely would sound a lot like Borderlands to do that. Actually, no. Borderlands does do that.
Yep,
What the
it
fuck
does.
am I talking
Yeah.
about?
It does.
I also think the like RPG Assassin's Creed games do that.
Assassin's Creed has RPGs.
That's what I'm wondering. What the fuck?
Well, they're more RPG than traditional Assassin's Creed. I'm basically talking about Origins.
The
Origins,
recent one.
Origins, Odyssey,
Origins
Valhalla.
Onward.
Yeah. Well, it
Because
was
we're
an
pretty sure
exception
Shadow is
for.
going to have.
And then
damage
soon to be,
charts.
and also soon
Well,
to
like
be Shadows.
exception for Mirage, I think, but Shadows will probably has it when it comes out, if it comes out.
If it comes out,
If
I was
it
gonna
comes
say.
out,
Did you guys hear that Assassin's Creed Shadows got delayed again?
Did you
And
guys
it's
also
gonna.
hear
it's
that
also gonna-
Domino's trolled Ubisoft?
And you also know that that'll be released on the anniversary of the biggest the biggest threats of domestic terrorism ever.
Oh god. Well, okay. To be fair, it's not.
Tell
the
me
only
about the
time
Domino's
game's done
thing.
Yeah, do that. Tell me about that.
I'll share it.
actually.
It'll be up on screen for the viewers. I'll share with these guys after the episode. But back to the real quick.
Holy fuck, that's hilarious.
It is.
Yeah, seriously. Holy
It
shit.
Anyway, that's not the only time a games can't come out in a really bad time. I'm looking at you, Advanced Wars.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Portal
thought you-
Knights on PS2.
I thought you were gonna say like any. I thought you were gonna say like any like release from like Activision.